Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for May 2009 for Libra, and this also applies if you have a Libra ascendant. So you lovely Librans, I think this is going to be one of the few times this month where you're going to be quite decisive about your relationships. With Venus and Mars in Aries in your 7th house of relationship, I think you're going to feel quite magnetic this month. You're going to have your usual charm that's going to be coming over very strongly. But with Mars in this house in Aries, you're going to be going for what you want, Libra. In fact, you're not going to feel as though you've got a chance to hesitate. You're just going to be going for it without thinking about it sometimes, but it's going to feel like a bit of a breath of fresh air because your friends and the people that know you are going to be a bit surprised. They're going to say, wow, the Libra is really decisive this month. So use the Venus and Mars energy to really bring about a bit more balance in your relationships and you being proactive and taking the initiative. Also this month there's quite a lot of focus on inner work. Focus on the 4th, 8th and 12th houses, which means that you're working on emotional issues quite a lot, Libra. And also, although you are a social butterfly and you do like socializing, you're still doing some inner work and you still are going to feel as though some days you really don't want to be sociable. You might just want to turn the phones off and just have some peace and quiet just to yourself. This is quite important while these transits are going through these houses, because once they move out of the water houses and into the fire houses, you'll have had the space and time to yourself and you really will be ready to come back out into the world. The Sun until the 21st of the month is in your 8th house. And again, a focus quite on dealing with joint finances, monies, the banks, your accountant, any of your financial professionals. Good time to start getting things sorted. I have to alert you to the fact that from the 7th of May until the 30th, Mercury goes retrograde. And the Mercury retrograde will be in this 8th house of joint finances. So make sure that any contracts or anything that's an important document, try to get it signed before Mercury goes retrograde. That's before the 7th of May. Otherwise, just leave it on hold until the beginning of June. Because what happens with the Mercury retrograde very often is that you have to repeat things, or things are incorrectly entered, wrong amounts, wrong signatures, and you may find that something that was a really important document may just be null and void. So really important, try to do it before the 7th. Also with the Mercury retrograde, please make sure you back up your hard drive. Also, don't put any new software onto your computer during the retrograde. Mercury retrograde is just not a good time to do repairs, anything like that. Anything that you know needs repairing, try to get it done before the retrograde. Also, what's great to do during the retrograde is some research. Anything that needs researching very thoroughly. And also anything that you've already begun. It's a great time then to complete it during the Mercury retrograde, because what Mercury does when it goes retrograde, it just gives you a little bit more thinking time and a bit more space, and it slows down for you to complete projects. So very often something that was chaotic and you've not been able to complete, now will be the time to focus in and finish up. We've got Saturn in your 12th house, which again, you may feel sometimes feelings of isolation. Even though you may have people around you, you may feel a little isolated. That's just part of that transit. And also with Uranus transiting your 6th house, yes, there have been and there probably will be more changes in your work area. After the 21st of May, the Sun moves into your 9th house, and you may well find that you want to take a trip, that you really decide, I'm going to travel somewhere. The other thing you may well do is to develop more of your spiritual side. the side that's interested in astrology, in all of these subjects, and reading and studying and maybe sharing your insights that you have about the world, about what's happening now globally and politically, and maybe sharing that because you are an air sign and you are somebody that really needs to share. So there we have it, Libra. I wish you a very, very good May, and I thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon.